Good afternoon. Here is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu felicitates Muslims on Eid al-Kabir. Federal government destroys over 3,000 elite weapons. On the front, in Russia's wide-scale attack claims 3 lives in Ukraine. And in sports, Russia hosts Nigeria in international friendly in first ever meeting. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Muslims across Nigeria, particularly in Lagos, as they celebrated El-Adha, widely regarded as the feast of sacrifice by adherents of Islam. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in an Eid al-Kabir message issued by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Boyega Akosile, urged Lagos residents and Nigerians at large, particularly Muslim faithful, to continue on the path of spirituality and peaceful coexistence. The governor also advised Muslims to imbibe the lessons of the sacrifice made by Prophet Ibrahim and work for the unity, peace and progress of Lagos State and Nigeria. The Lagos State Head of Service, Bode Aguru, has extended felicitations to Muslims in Lagos State and beyond on the occasion of the year 2025 Eid al-Kabir celebration. Speaking immediately after attending the Eid prayer at the Dodam Barracks Spraying Ground, Obalindi Aguru says this joyous occasion commemorates the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice his son Ishmael, exemplifying the values of faith, obedience and sacrifice. Aguru emphasized that Eid al-Kabir is a time for sharing, caring and kindness, encouraging Muslims to continue spreading love and compassion within their communities, and prayed for peace, prosperity and unity among all citizens. He expressed appreciation for the contributions of Lagos State public servants to the state's development and progress, and urged public servants to rededicate themselves to their duties, serving the people of Lagos with renewed commitment and proactivity. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly have felicitated with Muslim faithful as they join their counterparts across the world in celebration of the Eid Kabir. Spokesperson for the Assembly, Stephen Ogundipe, made this known on behalf of the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, and other lawmakers in their Eid Kabir message. The Speaker and the entire lawmakers, while extending their wishes to Muslims, described Eid as the festival of love and kindness which gives the message to help others. They added that the symbols and ceremonies of Eid al-Adha speak of the human capacity for sacrifice in the name of love. In extension of his heartfelt appreciation for support and the usual way of giving back to constituents, the member representing Oshodi Solo Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, Stephen Ogundipe, has embarked on massive distribution of cash, cows, ram, several hundreds of bags of rice and noodles to resident and party faithful in the constituency. The lawmaker thanked the people for believing in him, assuring them that their interests are paramount in his mind. Ogundipe gave each of the 7 wards the sum of 750,000 naira each, while the local government area officers were equally given substantial cash to celebrate the festive season. The League of Imams, Khan, artisans and youth and several individuals were equally taken care of by the lawmaker, whose impact is felt by the people of his constituency. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, NCC-SLAW, in the Office of the National Security Advisor, has destroyed a total of 3,867 different types of calibers of small arms and light weapons. The weapons were destroyed by the initial burning process and subsequently smelting of the remnant. Speaking at the site of destruction in Abuja, the Director General of NCC-SLAW, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police Johnson Kokumo, said the arms destruction exercise was the 4th in a series of what had now become routine in the Center's elite weapons reduction strategy. NCC's law boss said the centre would continue to push in the direction with a view to generating ingenious strategies to reduce, if not completely eradicate, the availability of illicit arms in the society. He expressed appreciation to the service chiefs and heads of other arms bearing security and intelligence services for releasing the recovered weapons for the destruction exercises. To foster a culture of transparency and accountability in public service, the National Orientation Agency NOA Ondo State Directorate has organized a workshop on asset declaration and conduct for its staff members. The training aligns with the recent push by the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, to digitalize the asset declaration. The State Director of NOA, James Adekule, emphasized the importance of integrity in public service and reiterated the constitutional obligation of all public officers to declare their assets. Thus, he cautioned that asset disclosures must align with legitimate earnings as stipulated in the 1999 Constitution and warned against violations such as refusal to declare assets, receiving double emolument, operating private businesses, and accepting bribes. He said the CCB has started the digitalization of asset declaration, which will make compliance easier and more efficient. And now to foreign news. At least 3 people have been killed in Russian missile and drone attacks overnight on the Ukrainian capital Kyiv as powerful explosions reverberated across the country. The attacks followed a warning from Russian President Vladimir Putin, conveyed via United States President Donald Trump, that the Kremlin would hit back after Ukrainian drones destroyed several strategic bomber aircraft in attacks deep inside Russia. Kyiv's military administration said 3 people were killed in the attacks on the Ukrainian capital after the mayor initially put the death toll at 4. Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said the 3 were first responders who had rushed to the scene of one of their strikes. And over to sports news. Russia is welcoming Nigeria to the iconic Luzhniki Stadium today in what marks the first ever senior level meeting between the two nations. The international friendly promises intrigue, with both sides looking to test their mettle under vastly different circumstances. For the hosts, this match represents another step in their efforts to remain competitive on the international stage, having been sidelined from official tournaments since their suspension in early 2022. And due to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. In absence of competitive fixtures, the Russian national team has turned to a steady stream of exhibition matches, mostly against non-European opponents, to maintain form and cohesion. Their most recent outing in March saw them dismantle Zambia 5-0 in a commanding display, extending their unbeaten streak to 8 games. The result came on the heels of a 2-1 victory over arch-rivals Ghana as Eric Chile's side continued to build momentum, heading into a crucial phase of the World Cup qualifying campaign. And that was our news at 12. Just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supported 152 businesses and persons in the tech ecosystem under the Lagos Innovative Program? Well, you can get more details on the Legacy Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Muslims across Nigeria, particularly in Lagos, as they celebrated El-Adha, widely regarded as a feast of sacrifice by ardents of Islam. The National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, NCC-SLAW, in the Office of the National Security Advisor, has destroyed a total of 3,867 different types of calibers of small arms and light weapons. We also told you that at least 3 people have been killed in Russian missile and drone attacks overnight on the Ukrainian capital Kyiv as powerful explosions reverberated across the country. And in sports, Russia is welcoming Nigeria to the iconic Luzhniki Stadium today in what marks the first ever senior level meeting between the two nations. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoyoka. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon and Baraka Desala to you all.